First and 10s in with Foz, Chicago Bears in the mix. Rapping about football, no room for politics. From the Windy City, we bring the fire. This podcast hot, raising the bar higher. Touchdown after touchdown, we never settle for less. Breaking it down with Foz, we always bring our best. First and 10 with Foz, dance in the crowd, cheering loud and proud. Our spirits never bow. We rap that navy, blue and orange, no room for doubt. Chicago Bears legendary, no team can knock us out. No team can knock us out. Analyzing plays, stats on full display. Hitting hard like a linebacker, making our way. Foz leading the charge, taking us to the top. Chicago Bears legacy, we can never stop. Bear down, rise up.
The Bears. The Bears.
Everyone, welcome to episode 72, First and 10 with Foz, proudly streaming on Facebook page Chicago Bears Fan Forever, as well as the First and 10 with Foz YouTube channel and X. Brought to you always by my favorite place to go, Bedrock's Bar and Grill in Short, Illinois.
Bedrock's Pizza, the place to be. Hard rock tunes and craft beers for thee. Crowd is roaring, the atmosphere's hot. We'll party hard, give it all we've got. This place is our sanctuary. Shout it aloud, let the music play. Bedrock's Pizza, we're here to stay. Good times and memories never before. Under the neon lights, we're all stars.
What's up, Maxwell? How are
Hi.
you doing tonight, sir?
Good, better, best, yeah.
Good, better, best? Oh, dude. 3 in a row, my friend. 3 games in a row. With three-peat.
Yeah.
Three-peat.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Chicago Bears world, that's a three-peat.
Absolutely.
Chicago Bears Fan Forever just hit 200,000 followers on Facebook, my friend. So thank you guys all for following the page. We're streaming live on there tonight. Alberto Valdez, my boy, started the page back in 2018 with nothing. And here we are 8 years later, 200,000 followers and growing, my friend.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
Chicago Bears Fan Forever. The Commanders game, man. The Commanders game was the redemption game, the Hail Mary revenge game, my friend. And it started out good, man. I mean, points on the first 3 drives. What more do you ask for, right?
Nothing. It's nice to see the Bears come out of a bye and not just get their doors blown off or look like an inept offense. Or I mean, they had some penalties, but it looked like the coach took time during the bye week to find out what works and doesn't work and adjust, which we're not used to here in Chicago.
You just took the words right out of my mouth. Something we're not used to. Coming off the bye, still looking productive and making adjustments.
Yes.
Biggest adjustment I noticed, and I think most of everyone out there noticed, was the run game.
Yeah.
We had one.
Yeah. Yeah.
DeAndre Swift was looking pretty sharp out of the backfield. The blocking was there. The holes were there. I mean, and we talked about it in previous shows. I mean, I wouldn't say everything up into the season's been exactly his fault in the role.
No.
I mean, you got to have the holes in the blocking to run the ball and to get yardage. So run game, definitely massive, massive improvement.
Yeah. It was nice to see him use Swift completely differently.
Yeah.
Kyle Monungai had some openings. I even saw a Roshan Johnson sighting or two. So your coach, what he did,
The big helmet.
yeah, he decided, hey, let's do some things that maybe work for these guys a little better than what I've been trying to do. And it's so nice to see a self-aware coach that can accept that I haven't been calling good enough.
Yeah.
So I'm going to help these guys out a little bit more. And I'm going to change my left tackle because the other guy wasn't doing a good enough job. And that kid did a hell of a job last night.
He sure did, my friend. He sure did. I mean, the players are adjusting to Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson's adjusting to the players. And we're seeing it. We're seeing it happen live action. We're seeing improvement week in and week out. And last night was another thing. You had mentioned the penalties, man. I mean, minus some of those penalties, it would have been a whole different game. And even Ben Johnson in his speech after the game, he's like, oh, what about without those penalties? Like the team was like, oh yeah. So, I mean, we'll talk about some of those penalties because there was some BS right there.
No doubt.
Caleb's accuracy is becoming quite concerning, my friend. I don't know your thoughts exactly. I mean, technically, 22% of his passes so far are really, truly on pace. I mean, there's a lot of miscommunication. You saw it a lot last night with Zacchaeus, where he was expecting Zacchaeus to run into the ball, and he kept on throwing it down the field ahead of him, and he kept on stopping. I mean, is it Caleb's accuracy, or is it the communication with the receivers of what they're supposed to be doing?
The miss on Zacchaeus was totally on Caleb Ball, 100%. Yeah. He wasn't supposed to keep running. I think Troy even talked about it, that it was a zone defense. So
we'll talk about
no, I know, but he was supposed to stop there, and Caleb just wasn't on the same page. Yeah, it's been a problem for Caleb so far with his footwork and his accuracy on the easy throws.
Yeah,
he makes the amazing throws unbelievably. But I mean, we've talked about this just about every week, that he still just hasn't totally put that all together. That said, I thought he played a pretty good game last night. Yeah. And I thought he outplayed Jaden Daniels last night.
No, 100%. I totally agree with you. We were talking about it watching the game last night, and every week I'm watching Caleb Williams, and it's just like he's getting closer to where it's going to click. You know what I mean?
It's getting very close.
It's not clicking yet. It's improving. But, dude, I think he's just going to have this one game in the near future where everything's just going to come to fruition. All the coaching, all the advice, everything he's been doing and working towards, it's just going to click one day, and probably faster than a lot more of franchise quarterbacks in the past I've had. I mean, you look at some of these Hall of Famers out there, and they compare him to like Peyton Manning and Drew Brees, because we're playing the Saints tonight, so or this weekend, and other big franchise quarterbacks. And for being in the second year, dude, he's leaps and bounds abound with these guys. Even currently, Josh Allen.
I would even say he's right on pace with Jaden Daniels. I think that's starting to kind of, I don't want to say crater, but
yeah,
I think his great first year is he's come out with an okay second year. I didn't think he played that great last night. You're seeing growth every week with Caleb, and that's all you can really ask for. Yeah. We're not taking a lot of steps back. We don't see those Rex Grossman 0.0 passer rating games. Yeah. He's not turning the ball over. He looks more in control. He looks calm in the pocket. Like, there's occasionally times where he doesn't, and he gets moving a little too quick. Sure. But every week we've seen some growth. Now, maybe we haven't seen the 450-yard game, 4 touchdowns yet, but we're seeing him play well. He's hitting the most of his passes. He's hitting most of his reads right. Yeah. He's taking the first down, not trying for the big home run play. I liked how he played last night. I thought he played a really good game.
Dude, you're starting to see a lot of these rookie quarterbacks who just came out going crazy their first year. They're not keeping that up to par their sophomore and junior year. They're falling off to where I think I'd rather prefer the gradually going in and moving up than starting at the top and escalate. I mean, CJ Stroud is a perfect example.
A perfect example. I still think Jaden Daniels is going to be really good. Sure. Yeah, Michael Penix, Drake Mace played pretty good, but we're seeing it in New York right now. That kid's came in and got a huge spark. We'll see if he doesn't knock his own head off. Scattaboo. But Jackson Dart. But I know. But no, I know what you're saying. That's two just complete meatheads.
The Giants,
just two complete meatheads. I don't know what the hell we're talking about.
You said the Giants, dude. The Giants are. But off topic. That was the most fun Thursday night football game.
It was a fun game.
And they high-fived the ref, and after the Fitzpatrick's taking his shirt off with Scattaboo, and they're screaming, dude. And, dude, that is what football is.
I know. It was enjoyable. It's fun. We'll see as it keeps going. But I know what we're talking about. So. I'm positive that the Bears have the right coach. Yes. I'm absolutely positive after 5 weeks that if this guy doesn't figure Caleb Williams out, nobody's going to. Yeah. So it seems like they're getting more in sync with each other too. And I love that the coach has no problem calling his quarterback out.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you got to call a spade. You got to put people in their place. You got to be in their face and not sugarcoat it. I mean, I think that's the biggest problem with a lot of what these previous coaches were doing. They were tiptoeing around the tulips with a lot of these players, trying to not upset them or make them mad. And Ben Johnson is that dick in your face coach. Like, you suck, mofo. Like, right, who's going to let you know until you messed up? And
sure.
They don't want to hear that, obviously. Nobody does, dude. But I mean,
that's the only way you're going to get better.
Yeah, that's what you need to hear, dude. And I think we're seeing a lot of productiveness coming out of Ben Johnson's coaching style.
It's a cliche thing to say when I say this, but we see growth in culture building, and it's not just words on a page from a coach with an acronym.
Yeah,
this guy is legit changing. These 2 last games are games the Bears lose. Yeah, and his history of the Bears, we're 1-4 right now.
Yeah, guaranteed. You don't block the kick, number one, and then number 2, you don't make the kick.
No.
And with the last few seconds, like,
or force the turnover with 3 minutes to go. Like exactly. These are Bears losses.
Yeah,
any other season. So yes, they're just words, but you actually can see action and progress with those words.
100%, my friend, 100%. Dude, what was up with that challenge call in the first quarter?
That was bizarre.
For 1 yard.
Other than you just wanted to win one, I don't know.
Yeah, like that was the weirdest thing.
And even that, I don't think it was right. I think it was a catch.
Yeah, he had his hands on both sides
because they talked about the ball hit the ground as long as he's got his hands under it. That was really weird. And he's a good coach. I don't know what the hell that was about.
Yeah, man. Extremely weird, dude. Extremely weird. A lot of bad calls last night, like we were going to talk about. That roughing the passer call on Montez Sweat, dude. All he did was touch his helmet.
Yeah, I know.
That's unbelievable, dude. Then the formation call with the Roma Dunze touchdown.
That one was the really egregious one.
Yeah.
Like I looked at still shots of that on Twitter, and I'm like, I'm not seeing this at all.
Yeah,
like,
I don't see what the problem
is.
Like,
I mean, obviously the Bears had penalties on themselves
Sure.
too. They didn't just play a clean game. They could have played a lot better. But yeah, some of those were so ticky-tack. I was like, what? The weird Colston Loveland one for offensive pass interference. Like, okay, like I'm not saying he didn't bump him, but like it wasn't like he extended his arm and pushed him to the fucking ground. It was unbelievable.
And
but
even when you have like Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, very seasoned top of the line announcers, like, yeah, we don't see that.
I know we're going to get into it, but that's why I kind of like their broadcast because they will call out the refs. Like some of the other guys are kind of scared to talk about it.
If you would have told me I was going to watch a broadcast of the Bears with Troy Aikman and Joe Buck, and at the end of the game I was going to end up hating Troy Aikman more than Joe Buck, you call me crazy, dude. But Troy Aikman was a humongous a-hole last night, dude. And even when the Bears were doing positive things and Caleb Williams was doing positive things, he just wanted to continually tear him down over and over and over again. I'm sure you've seen the uproar today and like the videos and like even watching the game, dude. It's like, shut up, dude. Like you're being very opinionated right now. That's how we used to get out of Joe Buck in Chicago games.
I'll only say that if you watch any Troy Aikman game, that's how he is. He's very hypercritical of quarterbacks. I personally didn't hear anything that like pissed me off last night. Like maybe there was one time, it was towards the end of the game, he said something, I forget what it was, but he really wasn't saying anything that us as Bears fans probably have thought or said over the last 5 weeks. I think that's just kind of Troy's style, that he's just super hypercritical. He's maybe a little overcritical of all quarterbacks because he played the position and he can be if he wants. But I don't know. It didn't super bother me, some of the stuff he was saying. I mean, some of those throws were on Caleb, and we've all kind of talked about that. He has been a little inconsistent with his consistency on short yard passing.
Sure.
So yeah, maybe he was a little overcritical at times, but I didn't hear anything where it's like he's out to get the Bears. That was just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, there's a level of sensitivity, obviously, and
you're playing
when it goes with Caleb Williams.
Yeah, and he's playing against a guy who was drafted behind him, and he had a better year last year. And I get it. I get where people are coming from. I just don't. I think he's just a little hypercritical, and I don't think it was like I hate the Bears. I don't think it was anywhere from that because I actually do really like Troy Aikman as an analyst.
Yeah.
So, but I don't. It didn't bother me, but I guess I get where people are coming from.
Either way, he didn't make a lot of fans in Chicago.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Yeah. Let's go to some of the comments before we get into the defense, which the defense was awesome last night. Caleb Williams starting to be a vocal leader. I'm here for it, dude. Yeah, you hear him out there, man. Now he's taking control. He's talking to players on the sideline. He's not just in his emotions like you saw in previous years and previous games. Like, it's been awesome.
And what helps there is that he's starting to build a little bit of a resume to where he can do that. He has great posture in the fourth quarter. He doesn't get flustered.
Yeah.
He's led a couple of game-winning drives now. So he can go out and act like that.
My guys, Trailer Park Country in the house tonight. They actually made a song for the end credits that I've been lazy about updating. I do apologize. He gave it to me over the summer, and I'm just never got it together. But it's going to be on the end credits tonight, so make sure you guys are watching the show. Alberto, my guy in the house, congrats, 200,000. Chicago Bears fans forever, baby, kicking ass. Like to see him use DJ more. DJ Moore, and we'll get into it, dude. Got pretty banged up, man. He ended up being in the hospital.
He stayed over
the game. Yeah, they don't seem to be huge fans.
I don't know if it's that. Maybe it is. I have no idea. But they just don't seem to. They don't seem to gel as well as Rome does, or Zacchaeus does, or Luther Burden start to. I don't know. Just one of those things, I guess. As long as we're winning, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
As long as we got them W's. Baby.
That's it.
All
Silences and quiets, all that. These are the questions you start asking when you start losing close games.
A W is a W.
Yeah.
Is a
I don't
W.
care how we get them. Just get them.
First Bears QB in history with over 200 passing yards in the same game for the first 5 games. Caleb Williams is setting records.
That's an indictment of the Bears.
But the bar is so extremely low.
That's the most unwrinkled $1 bill in the group.
The Bears. Oh, man. Someone was at the 49ers game when they carted Sayers off the field. I was a kid, but out there. Man, history, bro. History. Let's go, Bears beat New Orleans. We'll get into that later in the show tonight, guys. How about that defense, though, bro? 2 turnovers in the first quarter. That Brisker interception, I was going crazy. Montez Sweat finally.
We heard his name? Yeah.
Finally getting that pass rush because they've been on his ass. Everyone's been on his ass.
Well, he should be. He's the highest paid defensive player. That's what you're paid for.
100%.
So
you saw him shine last night. He was getting to the quarterback. He had a call on him for the unnecessary against the QB, roughing the QB.
Yeah.
But then he came in there and got that fumble, man. So the old peanut punch.
They had I thought a kind of ridiculous roughing the passer on Jaquan too, where he went to his legs. It's like, well, if you can't hit his legs and you can't hit him up, where the hell is he supposed to hit this guy who can run 100 miles an hour? But yeah, the defense played great. It's very Lovie Smith like that. We need to win the turnover battle, and we'll probably win the game.
Dude, 100%.
They're making their own. It isn't just luck; they're making their own luck.
Yeah. Noah Sewell went out with a concussion.
Yeah, that was a vicious hit.
Dude,
good.
his neck did not look good there, man. One of the touchdowns given up, though, from the Bears, that Luke McCaffrey touchdown, the third, was completely inexcusable.
Yeah.
Like, he was completely wide open and just walked into the end zone, completely blown coverage.
Yeah.
I think it said it was on Major, too, so.
Yeah, it looked like it was a pump fake on Daniels, and he just completely –
dude,
he faked him out of his jock strap,
and that was it. He crawled into the end zone. So
yeah,
I think that was the only terrible play on the defense last night, which again, it was a big one, but again, like
those are going to happen. I mean, it's just the nature of football. It is so hard to be a secondary guy. You have to guess with the wide receiver and the quarterback and be right all the time. It's such a tough position to play.
The defense did get scary in the fourth quarter, man. They started letting Jane Daniels get comfortable in the pocket. He was making some plays, getting into the red zone, getting down the field, but thankfully the rain came in, ball got wet, and then right for that fumble recovery within 3 minutes was just so unbelievably huge and definitely the game saver.
Yeah, we don't see those often in Chicago. I thought they at least had some pass rush during the game, which was nice to see, especially against a guy like Jaden Daniels. But yeah, that was a huge play. That was just so unexpected. I mean, I think all of us as Bears fans were like, all right, well, they played them tough, but this is going to go down to they're just going to kneel it and it's going to be over with. And that was just unbelievable that they made that play.
Yeah. Offensive player of the game, 3rd round pick who got dropped by the 49ers. Number 16, Mr. Moody, man, came in for his first game. 4 field goals, 1 being the game winner at the end, man. Huge, man, especially for someone who's been shunned in the NFL pretty much ever since he had that bad 3rd round overall pick. I mean, he was supposed to be one of the lights out kickers coming into the NFL and had a bad go in San Fran, man. But
didn't work out for him there. Our benefit, you needed the guy came straight off his couch to kick 4 field goals to win the game.
Yeah,
him and DeAndre Swift were the 2 big stories of the night, I thought.
100%, man. Bears have 11 takeaways in the last 3 games.
Yeah, it's huge.
That's the Bears defense that we grew up watching. The early 2000s defense. They got us to the Super Bowl.
It gets you more opportunities to score.
Yeah.
When you have more opportunities to score than their team, you take advantage of it. Yeah, of course, we'd like them all to be touchdowns, but they're getting points off of them, which is most important, and especially on the road.
D was alive against a very good offense last night, an offense who can put it together.
Yes.
Mind you, Scary Terry was out.
It doesn't matter. Our guys
Deebo Samuels he had his little injury, but he still played last night, but they picked him up well, man, and the Stevenson redemption game ended with a victory, my friend.
You didn't really hear about Tyreek till about the 3rd quarter, so that just showed you that they weren't throwing at him because he has been really good the last couple of weeks. To me, the whole story is just that you went on the road against a good team.
Yeah,
you can use any excuses you want. What the other wins, Washington is a good team. That's a team that's expected to compete for the division, and you beat them on the road in the NFL. It's not an easy thing to do
on a primetime game on Monday Night Football.
Absolutely.
Which we all know the Bears' records on Monday Night Football is not
it's
good.
Scary. And your number 1 quarterback, I'll play their number 2 quarterback. I thought so. it was a really, really nice
changing that culture, baby. Changing
Absolutely.
that culture.
I agree.
Love it so much. Love what I'm seeing. This Sunday, the Bears are back at Soldier Field, taking on the currently struggling Saints. Going to be a good game, hopefully. One the Bears can possibly walk away with. I'm more excited than the game, though, to have our guest on the show tonight. This is the Bear Man of the Bears. This is the frozen tundra of Green Bay. This is Pinto Ron of the Buffalo Bills. I reached out to him. Leroy Mitchell Jr., you guys know him. You've been seeing him over all these years on the NFL, all the Saints games. Leroy Mitchell Jr., everyone better known as the Whistle Monster.
What's up, Foz?
Leroy,
Maxwell?
welcome to the show, my friend. Thank
What's
you
up,
so
gentlemen?
much for coming on, brother.
Man, I'm honored. I'm honored to be on here with you guys. I hope we can get ourselves a win.
Well, I'm not going to say I hope for that, but we can have fun tonight on the podcast.
I tried to slip it in early. I figured, you know,
get it out of the way. Get it out of the way. Right?
Yeah, I'm honored, man. Honestly, I'm definitely I'm just kind of verklempt a minute to be honest, to 200,000 people, man. Like, just that's impressive, man. That's very impressive.
Yeah, you know, we put a lot of work into the Chicago Bears page, me and Alberto, and have grown it significantly over the last few years, and so many followers. And drafting Caleb Williams definitely gave us a pretty big boost on that page. So a lot of the bandwagon fans jumped on that point, but we'll take them anyways. Welcome to the club.
Amen. Yes, sir.
It's been pretty cool, my friend. I appreciate it. But this is about you, my friend. This is about you. So let's get into it, brother.
Yes, sir.
The Whistle Monster, the huge whistle, had the entire outfit. We've seen you during prime times games, the Super Bowl, all those heavy Drew Brees years, man.
Yeah.
Always in the crowd, always going crazy, my friend. Where did it all start at, my friend? Where did this idea for the Whistle Monster come from? The whole outfit, the idea, the name. Let's get into it, man. I can't wait to find out.
So I actually have been a Saints fan my entire life, right? And I'm a sixth-generation New Orleanian. I look at the New Orleans Saints like my dad, and Louisiana like my mom. You know, you stuck with them, dude. There's not much. There's not much.
At least you got some good food. You're stuck
Right.
down there. Man. You're having some good food down there.
Yeah, we're no doubt about that, man. We definitely ranked up higher than our football team is on food for sure. Because so my grandmother told me when I was a kid that God gives everybody a talent, right? So I'm like, okay. And my uncle taught me to whistle at 15. At 18, I realized I can whistle louder than anyone. And then I was like, you got to be kidding me. Not whistling as a talent. And she was Baptist, so it wasn't Catholic guilt, but she goes, if you have a talent, you don't use it, you may not get another one. And you have to, you know, it's a blessing. So I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? Then I was like, you know, well, it kind of goes in sync right now. The Saints are terrible at the time. and this is like 32 years ago, right? And I'm going to myself, I'm like, I'm going to take the hot air from the 68,000 people. I'm going to make this whistle on my head, and I'm going to provide the sound on defense. So on 3rd and long, 4th and short, and I'll be the conductor of the orchestra was the thought process. And here I am 32 years later.
So crazy, man.
And
so
just from that idea, man. And that's how it started all off. And the name was, when I was thinking of it, I was, you know, they had this dog, and he would we call him the fetch monster, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the fetch monster would go run out and get the tea, and he would run back. And somehow it got in the news where the dog lived in Houston, and they were paying the dog like $4,000 or something. And so, of course, the fans went berserk, and they got rid of the dog. And I was thinking, I was like,
that dog's making more money than I am. What is going on?
So instead of going, you know, he was Monster. So I said, you know, I got this big whistle, so I'm going to call him like Whistle Monsta with an A. So
I like it.
That's how the name came along. Some people didn't know that, but now they do.
There we go. So 32 years, man.
That would have. I'm not trying to interrupt.
Okay.
That would have been Ditka era in the Saints.
Yeah,
pretty close to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember chasing Ricky.
Yes. Williams,
Yeah, Ricky back into the kitchen. The poor guy was terrified of us because the fans wanted to win it so bad, man. He came to one of those things, and the guy was really shy. He like didn't like people, and so people like just they're so. We know how we are. We get a good player. We like everybody wants to get a piece of them, say hi, get there, hang out, talk to them, get an autograph and everything. And this guy was hiding in the kitchen, and I remember like going in the kitchen after him. But Dick was cool, man. I mean, I always go to Jaws's parties during the Super Bowl. Dick is there, and I've seen Dick a lot. He gave up the whole world for Ricky and put him in a wedding.
Yes, he
and
did.
put him in a wedding dress.
I remember that. Oh wow!
But yeah, I loved it. I mean,
he's seen it all, man. He's seen it all.
I've seen a lot. I mean, as a fan of the year on a 3-13 season, and I don't think we're that bad. I think we get more than 3 wins, but I think there's a still strong. It's probably plus 555 that they won't get over. 5-4.
That's what DraftKings is telling me, at least, because I've been checking it on DraftKings.
Five's like I'm gonna make a little change off of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some of that profit boost going on. I get my profit boost. The NFL, everyone, brought to you by DraftKings.
Yes.
Leroy, so obviously you're a season ticket holder, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Tell
sir.
me about the game day ritual. What time do you get up? The outfit. Do you do the whole tailgate experience? Are you in there early? Pictures with the fans, the kids. Give me the day in the life.
Yeah,
for a home game being the Whistle Monster in at your stadium.
Things have changed a lot throughout those years, So I used to let these kids paint me up black and gold, give them the paint, and just let them like paint me. I was terrifying in those years. Like it was a fun thing and an idea, but when it got down to it, it was very scary looking. But
Sure.
I would, as the games go along, I would tailgate, but a lot of times with me, I give everything at those games, man. I literally am like drenched at the end on defense because I whistle louder than an airplane taking off. And then in 2002, I broke the world's record for the loudest human whistle on MTV with Britney Spears, Outkast, Mystical, No Doubt, like Jimmy Kimmel and Carson Daly was the host, and Good Charlotte did the measurement at the time, and they had just came out. I remember looking at them going, man, these guys got some serious fucking piercings. But they're like rock stars now. I'm sure they'll remember it. But and it was in New Orleans. It's like the Super Bowl was like a week away from each other.
Yeah.
So before that, I was practicing to see if I can break glass, right? Because the Ella Fitzgerald, I guess I'm telling my age, right? But if it's it live or is it Memorex? So I was trying that, and so I was going to the tailgates during that time. But once I broke the world's record, I was just like, I got soft, I guess. I was like, I'm not trying to break the glass anymore.
You climbed Everest already, all right? You climbed Everest already.
Save the vocal cords.
You got nothing to prove to nobody else anymore.
Right. So I just kind of go into for the longest time, I was sponsored by Budweiser. But then I started to say, well, if I'm going to sell T-shirts and bobblehead dolls and merchandise, I'm going to have to get away from this alcohol.
Yeah.
So I had to let Budweiser go. So I started paying for my own tickets at that time, and so then, it's just photos, man, was like crazy, and there's a lot of good tailgates, man. Do we know how to tailgate?
Yes,
sir.
So
you can get spun out before the game, even if you don't watch it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm always like trying to take it easy, and as of like speed up to today, and I don't want people to take this the wrong way because I do believe people's time is the most important thing they have. That's why I take photos with everybody, and mostly on losses. It's just a bunch of away fans that the visitors that are in town. So we're a visitor destination. So I'm always taking pictures with them, and it's just after it's great, but before Foz. Man, I can't. I just kind of try and make it to the dome like within 30, maybe 45 minutes before the dome, before it starts. Because would be worn the hell out before the game, man. I'm not even joking. You with pictures.
No, I know you. Yeah.
And it's a blessing, man. And I don't ever want anyone not to ask for a picture, but it's not what I'm saying. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I just need to save some gas in the tank for 4 quarters.
Sure.
But after my wife and all those guys, they leave me. We walk about 10 blocks to a party house, and it may take me 2 to 3 hours just to get up the street. But I'm here for it. You know what I mean?
That's
all
so
good.
Awesome. That's so awesome. Now I can imagine one of the biggest times for you guys was the 2010 Super Bowl, man.
Oh,
where were you that day? What was that day in the day of the Whistle Monster?
so the funny thing, Foz, this is the truth, man. And I often think about this. I'm just wondering where my head was, because I guess sometimes I can't eat. I'm so like it's a crazy thing, man. But
Yeah.
I knew technically deep down inside that this had Super Bowl potential. Like, you know, so but I just never thought about it.
Finally,
Like,
our year. This is happening.
but I never, thank God, maybe that I didn't have that anxiety before that. I was just like, we're gonna go and win this game, hopefully.
Yeah.
And as a Saints fan, you kind of have this reserve, not pessimistic, because if you're a pessimistic fan, you're not going to be a good Saints fan at all, right?
Or most NFL fans,
especially a Bears fan.
I'm talking about like a Zen level of optimism, right?
Yeah.
You got to be that way. Even on losses, you got to be, you know, there's no good loss. But so anyhow, I didn't really, I mean, the pregame, everybody was just like, you know, the normal day as usual, and like tense, like, oh God, if we're gonna screw this up or whatever. I think that was more of the energy than like we're gonna win this shit, right? And then when your boy picked it off again, when Porter picked off Favre that time, and I was like, whoa, bro, we got something here.
Yeah.
And then I remember this Hartley. So I sat in section 111, row 1, seat 11. I love ones, man. And that just happens to be on the visitor side, by the way. So honestly, man, the ball went through the uprights, and feel like I'm looking at it right now, I'll be honest with you. And I was just broke down in tears, man, because in my heart and in my soul, this is like
I've been waiting your whole life for this. I've been waiting your whole life. Yeah.
But the truth is, Foz, this is a sad part. Like, I never really thought I would see the Saints go to the Super Bowl in my lifetime. Like, it just never occurred to me because we're just so bad, honestly. Right? I'm just like, yeah, but you guys have championships. You have a taste. You know, you can walk and say, like, at least where's the ring? You know, and then all we have to do is be like, one day, you know what I mean? But to have that, it was like, wow, man, we are going to the Super Bowl. And it was the same kind of thing when I went to the Super Bowl. You know, a funny thing about when I went to the Super Bowl, they wouldn't let me in with the whistle.
Really?
They told me I never wanted to cry and beat somebody's ass all at the same time. And I was like,
but it's my thing. This is what I do.
And the guy was like, you could throw it away or you could bring it back to the car, but you're not coming in with it. I was like, throw it away. That's what made me want to kick his ass. And like, I was like, this is bullshit. So my wife looks at me. She goes, go bring it back to the car. And I don't know if you guys have been to Super Bowl in Miami, but it's pretty far. Like you know, it's like things are pretty spaced out
from the parking lot to the stadium and everything.
Yes, and then you got to get a ride. You got to park so far away, then get a shuttle to the stadium, right? So my wife gave me $75, and she said, "Go put the whistle back in the car and get your hat and come back. You know where we are. We're 7 rows in the end zone."
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, okay, so I go back there and I get this shuttle quick. I give the guy $40. He was like 20. So here's 40, wait for me.
Yeah.
And I go run off about, I don't know, it's about a 5-minute walk away from after he dropped me off. I get back, guys, he's gone.
Oh.
Right. And I'm sitting there.
And he took that money, though. That money wasn't waiting for you, was it?
No, it was gone. But I'm standing there and this girl comes up and she's on a rickshaw. And I'm like, how much? And she goes, $35. Like she had X-ray vision in my pocket. Right? It like,
how much you got? How much
took the $35, man. And I'll never forget this. I'm driving along and, you know, cover your ears, kids. But this girl had this sweetest ass you ever seen in your entire life. And I told this to my wife. And the back of a pedicab, your vision is here. And I'm just like telling myself, do not get caught looking at it. Every time she turned around, I just was like, look up and like, God damn it. But then
right
the
there.
flyover,
It's
the
part of
flyover,
it's part of the trip.
a flyover happens, and I'm in the back of this freaking rickshaw.
Oh.
And I'm like almost to the stadium, and here comes the planes, like headed to the stadium, and I see them pass me, man. And they go and do the flyover, and I'm in a rickshaw, not even in the stadium yet. But needless to say, at the end of that thing, it was victorious. And I didn't really understand that we could win it. I was just happy to be there again. And Peyton Manning, he was raised on Louisiana tap water, you know what I mean? Him and so I'm like, this guy's gonna beat our ass, but we're gonna be able to just compete, because that's all I really want to do in any games, man, is compete. And again, when Tracy Porter picked it off, it literally said, we're gonna win this shit. We are gonna win, man. And it was like, it was unbelievable. I could not get one tear out. Like, I was waiting for it to happen again, and nothing.
It's like, he's going to cry at home. He's going to cry.
I get what you're saying. Because as a Cubs fan, like, when we finally, you know, after years of torture, it's like, it's so surreal. Like, you can't even believe that, like, this just happened. Like, you don't even comprehend it until a couple of days later, really, when it settles in. You can actually enjoy it.
And one of the things that I would have done differently, because I was thinking, but again, you know, I wasn't thinking that we were going to go there and win and leave. But I would have definitely had a red eye back to New Orleans, because the only thing that bummed me out the most is that I wasn't there with the city. And I'm getting chills now and almost emotional, because, man, I hear so many great stories, so many things. Like, you know how long this city has been waiting?
And
100%. They finally, like, this guy, this story this cab tells me, this guy he picked up, and the guy was coming from Ireland. And it was his first day in New Orleans, and he gets in, and all the traffic's just literally stopped, and people are getting out the cars and walking to the French Quarter. And the guy goes to him, "Is it like this every day?"
Yes,
it's pretty far from this one.
Well, yeah, a lot of people don't think about it. I mean, the celebrities, the high-priced tickets, the Super Bowl becomes like this media organization. Like, how many of the true diehard biggest fans of the team actually truly have an opportunity to go to the game? So it's like, even if you do go to the Super Bowl game, which I think would be amazing if your team's there, but you're not going to be with your crew, your fan base. You're going to be like, oh, there's J-Lo over there, and there's Gwen Stefani. It's like, and they're just there because it's like the big thing of the year. It's just like, but I hear what you're saying, man. Being back home probably with your people probably would have been a different experience.
I would have loved it. That's the only thing I would change. That's the only thing. And the coolest part about this is I was born in 1967, the year that they got the Saints. The Saints came into the NFL, right? And I got married for the first. I only been married once, but I got married the year the Saints went to the Super Bowl.
Wow!
So I was on like
benchmarks.
My wife was like, she had to get a ticket for us to go, and she was gonna let me go, because she's like, look, I can't start off being a bad wife, like not going. So
don't feel bad. She knew what she was getting herself into. Right?
Yeah,
you guys dated. She knew.
Yes,
she did. Right?
She did. Yeah, she did, man. But she knew it was. I was very happy about it. And look, Miami, I was sitting over there eating a Cuban sandwich, like thinking about driving back rather than taking the plane back, because I mean, it was just so lackluster, man. It was like Miami was like, okay, out with you guys. We got new folks coming in. They're a tourist destination too, you know. And I'm just sitting there. And so we drove back instead of taking a plane. We drove back. We found out because I think there was some storm or something going on. And a lot of people were getting caught up in Philly. And I was like, dude, I got to be there for that parade. Because then, so what we did was we drove with a friend of ours, and we made it there for the parade. We must have made it like within 24 hours. Like, it was the next day, dude. We drove all night and made it there. It was like unbelievable. But we did have a great time, and we left the car on the street, walked out to the parade. I mean, that was just some of the things that people were doing. I guess leaving the street, leaving the cars, and just walking and coming back for your car later. The city was just turned off, man. It was like,
hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Whatever.
I was going to ask if I thought I was actually going to ask you that instead of flying, if you're going to just Miami Vice it and rent a Lamborghini and just drive all the way to New Orleans straight through the night.
No, it rained is the thing, man. I don't know. So there's a guy you might see on TV all the time. He's a world famous painter. His name's Frenchie. And he's like
Bob Ross. I was going with Bob Ross.
He's like a Bob Ross, but he's more like a Leroy Neiman because he goes to an event.
Yeah.
And he's always on an ESPN. Like they are and Fox too sometimes, but he'll come on and he'll paint. And I'm his spiritual advisor. And so he went to the Super Bowl with me and he drove a friend of ours' car back and it was raining at night. And I'm telling you, man, it was the scariest drive of my life. And I was just like going to sleep and waking up thinking, we win a Super Bowl, please don't die. But and we made it. But thank God he drove crazy to get us there. And we made it through the rain. But it was awesome.
Man.
No, I don't want to rain on the parade here whatsoever.
Oh, please.
I think
I'm used to it.
Well, I mean, you're a Saints fan, just like I'm a Bears fan. So we've eaten a lot of shit over the years, but I don't recall a more devastating moment in NFL than the Minnesota Vikings, New Orleans Saints 2018. Case Keenum to Stephon Diggs.
Yes.
I lost so much goddamn money because I picked the Saints to go to the Super Bowl that year in this pool. I'm the only one who did. I'm watching this game. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to win so much money.
Oh, no.
And I just said, oh, no.
On so many levels, man.
You always remember the tragedies more than the triumphs, right? So
I got a photo finish for that. The no call, right? Because I'm a big deadhead, right? I'm probably the brownest deadhead you've seen in a long time. But the thing is, I was in Mexico, man. I was watching a 3-day playing in the sand. And I told my wife, I was like, she's not really a big deadhead, but she was like excited by the last few days we're going to just go off and, just have a vacation. And we had to fly back red eye. Flew back from Mexico red eye the next day from that Saturday to get there Sunday for the 12 o'clock kickoff. Got there for the no call.
Oh God.
And on top of that, I was they set the cameras, they set the they set the mics up right next to me, man. I don't know if you remember this, but I finally realized what trending means. They set the camera. It wasn't for a good reason. But they set the cameras, the microphones right near me. And I was just like, again, so when I broke the world's record, just so you know, like a concert's 97 decibels. And then airplane taking off is 120. Anything over 120 causes damage to your ears. So I do bring earplugs to the games for folks when I'm not sitting in the front row.
Let me ask you this side note from being at the game, being the whistle monster of the plane. At the game, what's like the funniest maybe at home, outside the game situation where you bust out the whistle and maybe messed with someone or scared someone or did something? Because I know there's got to be a story here or there.
Most people are in awe when they hear me whistle. Like I can just be like just like right out the blue. So they're just like, they're like, whoa. Like that's like, it's not real, man. It's just, they never seen a human make sounds like that, And I definitely am a whistling phenom, and I can whistle at each finger. Like over 120 decibels. If that record ever breaks of 123 decibels, I'm gonna break another record with each finger over 120 decibels. I'd like to see somebody try and touch that one.
That is
wow.
That is.
But so yeah, awesome, so just people trying to whistle against me. That's it. That's got to be the funniest. And I'm always telling them, like, look, the first thing you don't want to do is try and whistle against a guy who's wearing a whistle on his head. I mean, that's probably the first red flag for you. And so in the beginning, I was thinking of having like these hot chicks and have them have whistle on the front and security on the back, and then everybody who tried to whistle against me, I'd let them whistle, but I could never find hot chicks that could whistle good enough to win.
God knows I tried, but they just were not.
I did, man. I did. But it's this team, and I'll put our money up against anybody, but we really have like a serious love affair, and like relationship, but like if you ever come to New Orleans, you go to, like, I love Chicago. I go there all the time, man.
Yeah.
I'm not all the time. I used to come there every year for the National
Are you
Restaurant
coming in for the
Association.
game this weekend by any chance?
No, I'm not, man. I'm softer, these days. Like I'm taking it easy.
Yeah, no, I hear you,
You
man.
know, I mean, I need to.
1
I
in
need to
5 team. Like I ain't traveling.
Last time I was in there, man, I love it. I mean, the Bear fans, we are in the same, like we see each other's games, right? So like a lot of folks there always giving me love when I go there, like, oh, you're the guy. And I'm like, man, there's only one dude probably wearing a whistle. I don't think there's a lot of people trying to pull this off.
Pretty
I'm
original,
that guy.
my friend. I'll get you that.
Yeah, but so yeah, man, outside, just a lot of good food, a lot of people just like being in awe, like asking me to whistle, louder than the airplane taking off, which I don't really like to do because there's always one person saying, man, that's cool, do it. And there's always another person going, what an asshole. Why don't he just shut up? This guy has some. So I'm like, I live between those two outside of
the
them.
drunk guy. I'm like, I can be whistle louder than you can, man.
Exactly.
Let's do this.
Do it. You know the routine.
Oh man.
Totally off football, but I got to ask because you brought it up. You said you're a deadhead. Did you get a chance to go see him at the Sphere?
I did, man.
How ridiculous is that venue?
Wow, I got chills again.
Yeah.
Went up, man, like them taking off. Like that, like it's the most difficult thing kind of to explain for someone to actually get the gist of when they open up everything.
Yeah.
And then they just take you literally up over San Francisco to outer space. And then they just start ripping.
Yeah.
And then it's just.
Maxwell saw you two there when they first opened, when they opened this.
I had some friends there. That was that was epic too, man. Like
he's like, I can't even explain it to you.
Right.
Yeah. No, when you started talking there, I got exactly what you're talking about. Because it's like, it's not mind blowing. It's like, I can't even comprehend this right now. Like,
dude, the light they can make the thing look like daylight inside. It's just still fascinating to me.
I couldn't agree more.
So awesome, Leroy. So let's talk about some of the charitable stuff you've been doing, man. I see you have a foundation out there. You've been raising money for some good causes. Why don't we talk about some of the charitable stuff you've been doing with your fandom?
Well, I don't actually have a Whistle Monsta fan. Like, I don't take money for Whistle Monsta, but I do go like Steve Gleason's. I go and I'll show up for places for folks, and I'll really help them raise money. I don't actually have. It's just a page that an agent of mine has that thinks. Eventually we'll get a 501(c)(3). I just don't have any. I don't take any money or anything for anyone, but I do show up. And you guys know about charities. Like I could show up dressing up every day for the rest of this year. But I mean, big ones that I always call and I'm always going to do is the Aging Society. And there's nothing worse than like people who really made us who we are and held us up. And then for them to be feeling left out and alone, and it just really breaks my heart. And then kids, like Children's Hospital, I'm big with, and a lot of the guys we get together and go to Children's Hospital, because being a kid, man, is just having something wrong or disease or something that's gonna have to have you in a hospital and kind of like takes away a lot of your childhood. If we can make them and the parents just smile a little bit, and special needs kids, and I have to narrow it down to just things that are close to my heart, you know, and then also, how can you not go with SPCA? Like they anybody calls, like now I'm gonna be getting millions of calls, but but yeah, those are the ones that I say yes to now.
Whistle at the hospital this weekend.
Yeah, man.
Make me
you bust out some of them. I mean, anything. I've been on so many different songs with people and in the studio whistling, and Dr. John, Ivan Neville, Colonel Ruffins, all those guys, man. I've been in the studio a bunch. Rebirth Brass Band, all those cats.
That's so awesome, man. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
See, that stuff I didn't know. I just knew you from being the Saints fan, being the whistle guy there. So didn't know all that other stuff, man. It takes it to a whole nother level, man. It's so cool.
Yeah,
six generations in New Orleans. My great grandfather Alexander Manuel was in New Orleans in 1835, and I have a real deep line of love for this city and this place. And And you know, sometimes, like I said, the best way to put an analogy is like it's a relative of yours. You know, you like you love them to death, but then you're like, what the fuck are you doing? But that's who you are, man. You know, you gotta help them out.
See, Leo, like we were talking about backstage before the show a little bit, man. Like people don't know. They see the fans in the stadium with the big whistle hit on. They're like, that dude's crazy. And it's like, no, that guy's got a story, and it's an awesome story. I'm so glad you're sharing it with us.
And I am crazy too, man. We all got a little bit crazy.
We all are. I mean,
We got to be a little crazy.
We all
to
get
me,
a
that's
little
the,
mad
that's the
sometimes,
ground level
yeah.
basis of being a fan. Period is crazy. So
100%, 100%.
Any person that's
You're
not
a diehard
crazy,
fan of
Yeah.
a traditionally losing
to
team.
get
You
your
gotta be a
to
little
get your heart
upset.
stopped out every year, you're out of your mind.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you look,
We're
no, you gotta-
masochists. You punches in the face, you come back for more. Hit me again, right?
That's what we always say, man. You know, you gotta always take your
Yeah.
licks so you can earn it. You know, and I'm earning it because, and this is like, I hate to say this, but because I don't like these times. But
Yeah.
whenever it's these type of times when it's extremely difficult, I seem to shine more. I seem to, you know, take more like hits, if you will, which I'm cool with because
Yeah.
I'll gladly show people how to be a fan. Because I mean, look, like I remember getting on them last week because when the Frisco came in, they were all complaining about
Sure.
the dome having so much red in it, and I'm like, who the hell do you think sold the tickets?
Oh yeah,
Like, you know, like they
Yeah.
complain, but like, you know how fans are, man. I'm preaching to the choir talking to you guys. You must hear in 8 years, you've heard a lot of people like going off the rails, like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know? But
There's more
that's what we're here
Detroit
for.
Lions fans here than there are
Yeah.
Bears
Yeah.
fans.
Well, we're 3-12 and it's 10 degrees out.
Yeah. And those season ticket holders are getting their money back this
Yeah,
year.
man.
So,
I went to my last time I was in the stadium was
yeah.
when we played you guys in the snow game when Reggie did the flip and like I didn't see him. Yeah, I was 7 rows behind the bench and Pierre Thomas got knocked out of the game. And man, look, you want to hear a funny ass story. So I'm sitting there and I was with Frenchie and I'm whistling on defense. You got to keep in mind, I whistle loud in the airplane taking off, like every time I can get a breath
Yeah.
off. Like I'm like, bam, 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 bam. So like people like, you're not gonna do that the whole game. I was like, no, just on defense, just on defense. And so they call the cops. And they're like, and then the cops like, let's see the device. I'm like, no device, just crowded bottom teeth and big lungs. And he's looking, and they're kind of looking at each other like trying to fuck a football. They're like, I don't know, I can't really do nothing. The guy's just whistling, right? And then they walk away.
That man has a loud cup down there. It's a
Yeah.
loud cup, I swear to God.
And so this lady, this soccer mom right in front of me was like posted up right in front of me, like inches from my face,
Yeah.
holding a towel. Like she's like, stop. And I'm like I'm unfazed, bro. Like she ain't gonna stop me from whistling. She offered to buy me cocoa. She offered to do all these different things, but needless to say, it was not happening. And so towards the end, most of the Bear fans are like, man, I gotta respect that, dude. You're
Yeah,
out of
100%,
control.
dude,
You gotta
100%.
yeah. And so a lot of guys have terror stories there. Man, I use reverse psychology on fans all the time.
Yeah.
So like nobody gave me any Katrina shit. You know, before they could even say that, here's what I said. Man, go handle up for the congratulations, go handle up for the NFC. Congratulations, go handle up for the NFC. Completely out of there.
Yep.
Nobody got a chance to say any negative thing to me.
Sure.
When I was already in my room, I was gone. I didn't sit there and trying to be like, hey man, screw you. You guys are ref. No. None of that. Congratulations. Goodbye. Congratulations.
Yeah, I guess every
goodbye.
fan base has their percentage of meathead fans,
Oh,
unfortunately.
Lord, we got it. I
Guaranteed.
guarantee we got more than you guys. I
Oh,
guarantee
man.
it.
To me,
Yeah, you probably do, but I
to
mean,
me, I see that.
Chicago
that's
sports
so
radio just a breeding
embarrassing.
ground for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
there was
radio-
a big fight last night at the game versus the
I saw that.
Commanders
I saw
game, the
that.
Bears Commanders game. It's like, man, like
Dude, why,
you're
bro? What, I mean,
embarrassing the fandom of the team. You know what
You
I
just
mean?
spent
bingo,
$300.
Foz. You
Yeah.
just said that.
You spent $300 for your seat. You just spent
Yeah.
$20 for your 10 beers, and you're going to make an ass out of
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah.
And the guy you're fighting, you have more in common with than you even
you're
recognize.
both
because-
meatballs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you both
exactly.
have a love for your team. Like you'll have like a
Dude.
mutual respect, and you guys are going to get along pretty well. You know what I mean?
It
It's
can't
just-
ever get to touching another human over a sporting event.
Oh,
Like
no,
it just can't,
unreal.
bro.
Never.
It just
Unreal,
cannot.
man.
No.
I mean, that's not what it's about, man. It's
Yeah.
about
Nope.
camaraderie and having fun
Yeah.
and saying, look, man, you guys got us this time. We'll have, you can talk shit. I don't really
Yeah.
talk shit. I just say, hey, man, look, we suck. You guys are better today, but hopefully next time, I think, and look, I'm so happy I was starting to think about this because you guys are touching on it earlier when I was listening backstage. What do you think about the referees having a post-game conference, like a post-game interviews where we get to ask them questions about the shitty calls that they made, right?
It's interesting.
Do you think
yeah.
that'll ever happen, or you think that they'll just constantly just be able? Because we have a lot of bad calls. It seems like since they started wearing earpieces, the calls got worse. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if the NFL would want to open them to that. I personally would love it, but I don't know if the NFL would.
Yeah.
My opinion, I think eventually with technology and the way so many sports are going nowadays, and then AI being brought around now, I mean, you're going to start seeing pieces of that evolve into the game, similar to like what they're doing with MLB and the strike zone and the umps not calling the strikes and balls next year. I mean, you're going to start seeing more, I think, technology involved in some of these calls, or possibly more overturns or challenges or things that didn't exist prior, because some calls have such major impacts on games. It's just like,
Yeah, like
someone
us
not
going to
doing
the
their
Super
job
Bowl.
and having it.
Yeah.
That was the worst no call ever.
Dude, one of the things, so you're telling me this, Foz, you're telling me that they're going to have like some AI dude come roll out and they're going to be like, the call today.
Yeah, no,
like
it could be
some
It's
robot,
so tough in
right?
the NFL just because it's such a contact on contact sport. It would be
Yeah.
so hard to do that. Like
Sure.
with baseball,
Yeah.
it's one on one. For
Yeah.
most of the time, I don't
Yeah.
know how you get it out. Other than the only way I could think of a way is like if they get to a point where they offer every coach one challenge per game to challenge a call or no call,
Yeah.
just to allow or in big games make sure every play is reviewed.
Especially
That's a
in
good
playoff-
idea.
Yeah, playoffs, championship games. I mean, during regular season, and I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I
But
think
I'd be
that we
thinking
can
about
send
that
that up to
idea
we need to
since
send that up to Taggart.
2018.
Right.
If I were you, I'd have been thinking about that since 2018 for sure.
Again,
Yeah.
so my ritual, here's a cool ritual for you. From when I first started going to the games and doing it, I would be like, man, it could be sunshiny outside on Monday and we
Sure.
lost on Sunday. It was raining regardless. And then all of a sudden I realized these guys are like 20 years younger than me. And they all riding around in $500,000 whips. They got trophy wives. They got $1 million homes, and they're switching jerseys. I'm like, what the fuck am I upset for?
Mhm.
These dudes are not like. I mean, they love the game, but it's a game. And then all
It's a
of a
business.
sudden,
Hey,
Yeah.
and they're friends with people on the other team, and they're hanging out and going out drinking in clubs with the people they're playing against. Man, it's a game. You know what I mean?
I saw this video of Brady. He was saying that's some bullshit. He said he needed to hate a person and all. He goes, one of his best friends is Peyton Manning. He only ate out with him twice. He said he never had dinner with him. He literally wait for somebody to say something so he could just go and destroy him. I'm like,
Peyton
wow.
Manning probably didn't want to eat leaves and berries, which was the Tom Brady time. He didn't want to eat turtle food. That was probably what that really was all about.
Come
Peyton
on,
Manning's
Tom.
like,
He
here's
told
some
you no.
Papa John's pizza.
Right. Call Drew up, man. He'll get you some of this little snake
He'll get you
burgers
some
or
Jimmy
whatever.
John's, some Papa
Yes,
John's,
exactly.
all the John
All
stuff,
of
all the good
John's.
stuff.
That's awesome, man.
Well, Leroy, I appreciate you coming on the show tonight, man. I knew you were going to be
Dude.
a super fun guest, and you
Honored.
definitely lived
I'm
up
literally
to it,
not
my
saying
friend.
it. I do mean it. Your time is the most important thing you have. And
Sure.
for you to have me on the show, man, look, I'm honored. And look,
Hey,
I
well,
want
I'm
to have
honored
you guys
shared
on.
your time with us, my friend.
I'm gonna have
right
you-
back at you.
I would love you anytime you want to call. I'll give you my personal. I'll text you my personal number.
Yes, sir.
And after any Monday game, I have this thing called Fan Cave, and I just sit around and listen to people, bitch. Most of them are like, dude, I can't believe that we suck. The coaches, one of the
Let's
fans.
go, man. Let's go. I love it.
One of
I love it.
the Ivan Neville's a regular caller. So
Yeah.
you can get him on with somebody. I get some of the musicians on. I get anybody who wants to talk about, from my wife who says her Saints won the Super Bowl to to people who've been there. Like she don't even understand what we've been going through for all these fucking years. She's like,
Well,
why
one
we're
thing
not
I will
winning?
say, man, you're 1-5 right now, and any other time in the NFL, I'd probably say your season's over with them. But with
It
the
could
way
be.
this season is going in the NFL right now, man, I can't tell you who the dominant team is. I can't tell you who's possibly going to go to the championship games, who's winning the Super Bowl. I mean, you have the Ravens who are 1-5. You have a 3-3 Kansas City. I mean, the Bills just lost the last 2 games. They lost last night to the Falcons. Like,
dude, so
the Browns beat the Packers. Like, what?
Jaguars are in first place.
Yeah, the Jaguars are in first
Wow.
place. Baker Mayfield's the best quarterback in the NFL. Like,
Dude,
I don't
right?
know what's going on, man. So,
yeah, I guess they finally got
keep your
that.
head up, my friend, because the season is far from over. We're only a third of the
Yes.
way through, my friend.
It is,
So you
absolutely.
keep that optimism. All
I
right,
love you
Leroy?
guys, man. Who that?
Who that, brother?
Appreciate it,
All
man.
right.
Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it, sir. Good luck to you on Sunday, brother.
Peace. Good luck to you
All
guys
right,
too,
sir.
man. Hope we
Thank
win by
you.
1.
We
Right,
got a
brother.
trend going. Oh man, such a cool cat. It's so awesome he agreed to come on, man. I reached out to him, just throwing it out there.
Hell yeah, man.
He's like, I just checked out your podcast. He's like, this seems legit. I'm like, come on and do it. So it was very cool having him on tonight. Definitely our pleasure. But like I said, the Saints are coming in 1-5, man. Spencer
Rattler.
is a
Yeah.
very containable quarterback. Alvin Kamara is getting older. Chris Olave is their only big weapon, which I think we got a secondary to shut him down.
Mhm.
Should be a very winnable game,
Yes.
but like we just said, who knows, man? Any given Sunday, any team can win what. So
Yeah, no doubt. Any team can be any team.
Yeah.
I'm confident in our coach, though, at least to not let it be one of those. Well, we're definitely going to win this one. So let's
Sure.
look forward to Baltimore the following week.
yeah, I don't think Ben Johnson's going to allow
No,
any
I don't either.
confidence to
I don't
take over the Bears right now. So he's going to keep them on their feet for sure.
No doubt.
Next week, we'll be breaking down the Saints game as we prepare to head into what I thought would have been a for sure lost game. The Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore,
That's a
but
disaster right now.
dude, is it a winnable game?
As of
We're-
right now, today it is.
We will talk about it next week. But thank you guys, everyone, for tuning in. As always, you guys are the best. Be sure to like, comment, share tonight's show wherever you're watching. It means the whole world. Subscribe on my YouTube page, Twitter follows. Everything goes a long way. So appreciate everyone watching. Thanks, Leroy Whistle Monsta, for coming on. You were awesome tonight, brother. Appreciate everything you do. Good luck on Sunday. Everyone have a great night. And as always, bear down, baby.
Thank you, and go Bears!
Good better Bears! Good better Bears! Never let it rest! Never let it rest! Good gets better! Good gets better! You better get better! You better get better! Bears on 3! 1, 2, 3!
Out in the Windy City, well, the Bears are on the prowl. Soldier Field is a rocking, man, and the fans are getting loud. With a legacy of legends from Peyton to Buckus, the Navy and the Orange are in charge, man, and victory we trust. Tailgates and touchdowns, it's a Sunday affair. Grilling and chilling, excitement's in the air. That defense is a fortress, the offense takes flight. On the city lights, they're battling with all their might. Bear down, monsters of the midway, looking for a fight. Bear down, they're not just any team, they're football stars in stride.